Ladies and most gentlemen, today we're going to talk about professions. Yes, professions in Battle for Azeroth. So if you didn't know, they are making sweeping changes across the board to pretty much every profession in the game in Battle for Azeroth, apart from one or two, but we'll get to that. Obviously, number one is their first aid is gone. It's gone. Never going to see it again. It's been merged into tailoring and some other professions as well. And honestly, it won't be missed. Right, so the biggest changes they're making to professions in Battle for Azeroth is that they're splitting up... Nice, thanks. Is that they're splitting up the different expansions, similar to how cooking works at the moment on the live game, where you have the different sections for the different expansions. But it's slightly more advanced than that, though. So, for example, I have blacksmithing on this character, and we'll go to the unlearned section, and you can see here that now they have blacksmithing plans, which is obviously vanilla, outland, which is TBC, wrath, cataclysm, etc., etc. Now, inside of all of these is their own personal skill level. So blacksmithing plans for vanilla will be up to 300. And then you've got 80 for Northrend, for Outland, and then 80 for Northrend, etc., etc. And the cool thing about this is an example of how it would work. So the one at the top will be like your most advanced. So if you're like level 85 or something, Cataclysm will be your top one, which would be obviously at the top. So for me, it's kul'tiran. And what I like about this as well, because it's also with gathering professions as well. So you also have like kul'tiran mining, and you have Legion mining and Pandaria mining and stuff like that. So in theory, you could have no professions. You could have a boosted character or whatever. You could just have like a random character you haven't done any professions on for years. And you could go into kul'tiran and go straight to the mining trainer, go straight to the blacksmither, learn kul'tiran, blacksmithing and mining, and jump straight into making stuff. You can go straight away, start mining monolite ore, and durable fluxes are just buy from a vendor. And you could literally just start. This is how I've got it up to 116 on this character. I literally did it in like 2 days. It was so easy, and I really do like it. I really do. I think it's so much better, honestly, because I could spend my whole life not having any of these other plans here, and just do the kul'tiran one, which is relevant for me at the time. And I think that's great. It's a really nice change to professions overall. So now let's jump on my other character and look at some of the changes to secondary professions in Battle for Azeroth. Now, cooking is exactly the same as it was. As I said at the start of the video, this is how it's laid out. I think now actually they've added the skill levels for each level of cooking, which was naturally going to happen anyway. As you can see on this character, I only have vanilla cooking, which is why it's the top one. But if I learn Draenor cooking, it would become the top level at there. You can't choose that level at the moment, I assume. I mean, there's no real point in it. It's just literally just a visual thing. You also have fishing skill now. I'm not really sure on this one, honestly. There's no clicking or anything like that. I guess it works similar to other professions, where you just learn it from a particular trainer in that area. So, and Archaeology is completely unchanged at the moment. I don't know if they're going to make any more changes to Archaeology, but at the moment it's just based off level, similar to how it is in the live game right now. So the changes to obviously the main professions. So you've obviously got like engineering, blacksmithing, alchemy, and things like that are like this. So you have like the different sections for each one, and with gathering professions is exactly the same. So mining, skinning, and herbalism will all have like Draenor herbalism or stuff like that. And yeah, honestly, as I said, it's a really nice change to professions. I think it's definitely in the right direction, because you could gather kul'tiran engineering in kul'tiran, and then once you've done all of that, you can go back to Legion, you can go back to Draenor, you can go back to Pandaria, and just level those up just casually. And it's not a thing where you spend a shitload of money having to level up the profession to get to a point where you're doing it at your current content. I think it's good for gearing. I think it's good for selling stuff on the auction house. It's good for everything, really. And as I said, like with my character on the beta, being a blacksmith, I've actually created a lot of my gear, because some of the gear that you actually make is pretty much like dungeon level gear, and it's very, very easy to make as well. Could potentially, because this is beta, could potentially be placeholder, but at the moment the gear you can create through blacksmithing is actually pretty darn good. But yeah, that's actually pretty much all I want to say about professions. There's not like a massive, there's no like revolutionary thing. It's just a really nice change, which honestly I'm more than happy with it existing. I really am. And yeah, I think Very good, very, very good. So let me know down below what you think of the profession changes. If you think this is a good thing or a bad thing, I'd love to know what you guys think, especially ones that do a lot of professions. Me personally on live, I haven't actually touched engineering since Draenor, honestly, and I just haven't been motivated to do it. But seeing these changes is nice because, you know, on that character, for example, I can just go into Kul'tiran to just learn kul'tiran engineering and just do that and get all the cool stuff from that, including the cool new mount, which is very nice. So guys, as I said, let me know what you think down below. Before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons and YouTube sponsors. You guys are amazing, and if you'd like to support the channel in that way, links are all down below in the description. So yeah, leave a like on this video if you liked it, guys, and subscribe if you haven't. I also have a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. We talk about BFA, we talk about everything. We have a good time in there, guys. Link is in the description as usual. And with that, I'll see you next time.